Question 5. The Ebola virus has an infection rate of 11% per day as compared to the SARS virus, which has a rate of 4% per day. If there were 1 case of Ebola and 30 cases of SARS initially reported to authorities, and cases are reported each day, which statement is true? So I want to write an exponential equation for both viruses. So notice I use colors to annotate my document so that I could put all the Ebola information together in yellow and all the SARS information in blue. So Ebola started with only 1 case. And notice that's a word, not a numeral, because they like to make sure we're reading for comprehension. So they're going to throw those word numbers at us to make sure that they keep us on our toes. So 11% is 0.11, and we started with 1 case. But remember, this is growing. If I don't put a 1 in front of that 0.11, I'm not going to have the growth to represent that first person there. So that F1 is our equation for the Ebola virus. Now, when I go to SARS, F2, notice there were 30 cases to start with, and I converted that 4% to 0.04. But again, we have the 1 in front. And I named this function F2 because now I'm going to graph both of these in my TI Nspire graphing calculator. So home screen, new dot, say no to drugs, and add a graph page. So starting with F1, Ebola, we have 1 times 1.11 to the, use the exponent key, x power. And that's what's happening with Ebola with just 1 case. Now I press tab for my command line. And now we're going to start with 30 cases times 1.04 to the x power for SARS. Now, when I do menu for letter A, you notice that these functions, SARS started way up here, Ebola started way down here. So this is the graph, and if I zoom out, eventually Ebola catches up over time. So we want to figure out when that happens. So I'm going to press Control dot and add a calculator page. So let's go back to the question. All 4 answers are concerned with only 2 days, day 10 and day 53. So we're going to put those days into our functions. So F1 of 10, 2.83. F1 of 53 is 252. F2 of 10, 44.4. F2 of 53, 239.8. So what we notice is when we're comparing them, on day 1, SARS had many more cases on day 10. By day 53, Ebola caught up, just like we said on the graph. So when we look at our answers, at day 10 and 53, they say Ebola had more for both. That is wrong. So we get rid of choice 1. Choice 2 goes the same way with SARS, and they change. One of them is ahead in the beginning, the other one catches up later. So choice 3 says at day 10 there's more SARS, but at day 53 there's more Ebola. And that's the correct answer to question number 5.